Hey, what is up everybody, Bladecifer here, and today I'll bring you guys another video of Black Clover Mobile. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going over what I use on my Fana here, pretty much showing you guys a build guide. Yes, another build guide. I haven't done one of these in a little bit here, but we're going to be showing you guys exactly how I build my Fana, what stats I personally go for here, what skill pages are best for her in my opinion, as well as skill priorities and things like that. So if you guys are interested in videos like this, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And before we get into it, I do want to announce, of course, it's probably going to be on my community page too after this. I do have a secondary channel if you guys like different things, like just different gacha games in general. Currently we're playing AFK Journey, but we're going to be switching it up sometime this weekend as well. We're playing some other games as well, so if you guys want to go ahead and support that channel as well, that would be absolutely amazing. We're going to see if we can get that one to 1K eventually down the line, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Well, first things first here, the woman herself, Fana. Now, this character is absolutely crazy. I only have her 2 dupes. I wanted to get her at least fully duped, but I decided against it. And you know what? I'm actually just fine with the 2 dupes itself. I don't really need that 5-star dupe unless, like, your boy pulls her off for stinking Marileona's banner. She's absolutely cracked. This character, I really do believe, is stupid good, especially if you can get her built up right. Currently she's at 81k because she's using my Julius gear. So if we go ahead and go to my Julius right now, he has absolutely nothing on. She literally has everything he has on. So let's go ahead and take a look at the skills first. Going down to the skills, of course, a lot of us know exactly what she does, but we have her skill 1 immediately, which just is a single target attack that also can increase her damage dealt if the enemy has a taunt. Now, it is kind of interesting that it actually does that extra increased damage. It's actually really nice, of course. Not a bad skill whatsoever, and she gets a hatred stack off of it. Now, her at least second skill here gives her 2 instances of hatred, which is really going to come in handy. This is going to be your bread and butter when it comes down to what you want to be using here. This skill is absolutely amazing. I ended up almost having it maxed out here, and inflicts burn as well. Really heavy hitting skill that you guys really want to pay attention to. And this is going to be probably one of the ones I'm going to tell you to upgrade immediately as well. Then, of course, you have her ultimate, which immediately goes off of having the hatreds here. Now, if you don't have the hatred stacks, of course, you can do 30% of attack and magic attack. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, but it's definitely not something I really care about. Now, the one that you really want to care about is this here. Now, if you have hatred, which this is her whole ordeal, if you have hatred built up on her, she gets extra damage based on the amount of hatred stacks. Of course, for 1, she gets 50%, then 2, 70%, 3, 100%, 4, 130%, and 5, 180%. Now, I'm gonna straight up say it like it is, right? You don't need anything above pretty much 3, right? Anything above 3, you will not need. It's not gonna be necessary unless, like, somehow, like, I don't understand how you got all the stacks here. But yeah, your man should do it. I don't know what you're running against, but it shouldn't be possible, to be honest. But you're really just going to be going after the 3rd stack or the 2nd stack for the most part, and that will be all you really need here. And the reason for this is because her skill 2 gives her absolutely 2 hatred stacks off rip here, and literally when it comes to her turn again, of course, she should get that 3rd one as well, or either or at least the 2nd one, most like a 3rd one there. And that's going to be her bread and butter. That's going to be your pretty much ultra damage at least dealing here, in which I don't even think her passive gives her 1, right? Yeah, no, her passive doesn't give her 1 or anything like that either. So those 2 are literally all you're going to be needing here. So when it comes down to the skill priority, I'll straight up be honest with you. You can either do the skill 2 first or the ultimate first. I per se just get the ultimate up first here, because versus just people who are kind of mediumly built on teams, ult can just nuke at any moment of time. It just does not matter as long as you have a good team built around her. But you can just use the ultimate to just go ahead and get things done. Now, of course, the second thing that you want to prioritize is definitely going to be the skill 2. This is going to be absolutely amazing to get up, be a heavy hitting damage card here, or at least skill here that will really help you out quite a lot. And then, of course, if you want, you can get up to skill 1. Don't really need to get it up, especially if you don't really use it too much. And then the combo ultimate, you don't need to get up either, to be honest, but hey, you can do you depending on how you really want to do it. So of course, if you want to get it up, I do say 1st, 2nd, and then 3rd, because I really don't see the combine ult really needing to be used too much at all. Now that's just her skill priorities, of course. When it comes down to her best skill pages here, her card is actually really dang good. It's not bad whatsoever. The only thing I don't like is it has a chance to proc a taunt. Now the taunt actually isn't that bad, right? Taunt's actually technically good because, of course, if you see the passive skill, it actually does help her out, giving her, of course, an enhanced taunt, which can give you 20% extra damage dealt, which is all fine and dandy. And plus, if you enhance this here, you can get yourself damage dealt even more and just activation to get up. So it's not a bad card whatsoever, but this is more of a wailed out type of card to me. In all honesty, I do feel like her best cards are going to be all attack cards. Now I'm using the Julius card, which you guys probably will not have wailed out like this unless you absolutely went ham on his banner or just got lucky. This card is the best one for all attack because instead of the normal 20% or like 22%, you're getting yourself 25% all attack, which is absolutely amazing. I do recommend, if you're going to use any type of card on her, make sure it is all attack, and make sure it's like one of these free-to-play all attack ones that can max out at 20%, because it really makes a huge difference on her. When it comes to her at least card priorities, if you have this one max, go ahead and use Julius card. If you have a free-to-play one max, use this one second as actual priority, and then third, I guess you can go ahead and use her card, because you could always use it. To be honest, it's still her card. It actually is really good. It's just, I don't really want to bring that attention to her because she can easily die, especially with her health amount. Now, all right, guys, so now that we went over at least the skills and what to prioritize here, we're going to go ahead and go over the gear, which is what I know you guys want to look at here. We're currently using attack, speed, and crit damage is giving us this amount here. I think someone asked for my stats on one of my YouTube videos recently, and I utterly forgot them, and I actually overinflated them by mistake. But we're sitting at, I want to say, almost 120, 115% crit rate here, with at least 67% almost crit damage immediately, which is pretty dang decent. But where we have all the least fun here is with her magic attack. Now, the reason I have that high of magic attack is because literally all of my pieces have some form of magic attack in them. I don't think any of them are missing magic attack. Let me actually go ahead and check here. Yeah, I don't think none of these guys are missing magic attack, and even some of their trend skills actually do have magic attack, which I actually got to go ahead and change some of these here to make them at least crit rate or crit damage. I think I might make this one crit damage as well as this one crit damage, because we want to get those ultra high numbers, of course. Now, I do have some accuracy sprinkled in as well, just to make sure the damage cannot be blocked as much here. If you actually want to go for this build, a wise way to go about this is try to get 300 accuracy as well, because not only having that huge crit rate is what you want, but with 300 accuracy, you can make sure they're trying not to block that as much. Now, this is also obtainable because I ended up having some really good accessories on. If you really want to reach that M attack amount, you will need this M attack necklace, which is only able to be dropped from the limited time dungeons, as well as if you went ahead and finished out the entire the entire pay to win thing as well. Those are the only ways you can get this. And so if you guys really want to get this necklace, you're gonna have to either cough up some of that or either hope you get really lucky. Now, there have been people who've gotten this just off luck in the limited time thing, so it is possible. Especially, I think one of them actually commented on one of my videos as well. It's stupid possible, but it's also stupid ridiculous trying to get that drop. But overall, that's her gear for Fana itself. Now, where the magic does happen, of course, is her talents. Now, her talents aren't anything special. I have not done anything with them too much. The ones I do recommend is the magic attack and, of course, the crit rate one here, using the crit damage slot here. I don't have a level 3 one, unfortunately, but we're going to work on getting that. And then for her other one here, we have the debuff immunity, as well as accuracy and pin to help me at least make sure those attacks aren't getting blocked. And then lastly, we have the debuff immunity with Iron Will and defense increased, along with a defense stone as well, which really helps us out. Now, the reason you don't want to run speed on this is because if you're going to be using the team I'm currently using, you want her to be the slowest so you can actually get that Vanessa shield or the protection that she does offer. And so I decided to go ahead and put crit resistance on, which really doesn't help. To be honest, if anything, it will probably be better to use as high as HP as possible, because this character is actually a stupid glass cannon that can actually get dunked on immediately. So yeah, you're kind of fighting against the devil on that one. But that's kind of what I'm running on her immediately right now. I actually need the fitter in our other fit because I got the fit and I do like it. I just never ever put it on, and absolutely amazing fit, I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, we can go ahead and check out the dupes, of course, if you guys want to see exactly what the dupes do. Usually I do this before showing off gear and stuff like that, as well as my talents. But we do have, of course, her duping, in which you really do want to try and get this. If this was more of a stall team, the dupes will make more of a difference, but technically they don't make too much of a difference other than just CC gain, because you're never really going to be getting that 5 immortality or 5 hatred stacks here. But when you, of course, you get to the 4th one, you get yourself some more crit rate, which is absolutely amazing to get. And then on the 5th one, you get you just a lot more just stats in general, nothing else really boosted. So if you really wanted to be honest with yourself, the furthest I would say go for is the 4th star if you just got lucky. 5th star isn't really too much worth it unless you really have a stall team once again. But that is pretty much how I built my Fana. This is everything I went with. A lot of you guys kept asking about it, so you know what, I decided to come out with the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And actually, wait a minute, before I end up offing this whole video here immediately, a team that you guys can go ahead and run is the one I'm usually doing, which is Charlotte herself, as well as Vanessa. And hold on, where is she at? Where's Vanessa? I don't even know where she at. You know what? Power scale. Let's go with the power scale and see her. But it's gonna usually be Charlotte, Vanessa, and Rill. But of course, if you don't want to use something like this, some other characters that you could possibly substitute in for now, Rades is able to be ran, of course, right now. But once Marileona drops, that probably won't be possible. And then another character you could possibly end up running, actually 2 characters, is this because I got it used on me instead of a Rill, and it actually one-turned me. And then lastly would be Goldry, and which I don't know where the heck he went. Did I pass him by mistake? I might have passed him. But Goldry is also really good for now. That can be used with the mono green team. So if you guys did want other substitution characters, you could very well try those out. They work pretty decent, but I do advise you to try the Vanessa one, especially since she was a character that we were able to get out of the event arena. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please do smash that like button, which for hey, subscribing if you are new. We steady trucking on our BCM grind here. But once again, check out the other channel as well if you want to see other gotchas. Peace out.